Testing, testing. Sound check, sound check. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club for our second match of our third day of play. Another lovely afternoon here. We've got about 29 degrees, maybe a little bit cooler with a breeze, bringing it down to about 26. And our first match is between Ghantoot and the UAE. The two teams out on the field, already ready and waiting are our umpires. There's a good shot there of the Irishman, Tom Beresford. And our umpires out on the field. So first of all, we will go to the lineups for Ghantoot in their black shirts. Who is Nasser Al-Shamsi on 1 goal, playing at number 1. At number 2 is Kian Hall on 3. Pablo Llorente on 7 at number 3, and Marcos Kakuraja at number 4. And for the UAE, in their white shirts this afternoon, playing at number 1, Her Highness Sheikh Ametha bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. On 0 goals, Lucas Monteverde Jr. Lukeen on 5 goals at number 2, Tommy Beresford at number 3 on 6, and Hassan Grotto on 7 goals to make up the full complement of the UAE team here this afternoon. We had one match earlier on today at Al Ghantoot Polo Resort and Club between Ghantoot Polo and Wolves by Cafu. Wolves running out the winner by 2 goals of that match this morning. So it's all to play for out here this afternoon. Our umpires out there on the field are Tarquin Southwell and Peter Wright. Peter looks like he's on a little bit of a sprightly one there. And our third man, of course, is Mr. Tim Bowen. Our social media, of course, we'd love to hear from you this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from all around the world. It's maybe a little bit too early first thing this morning for those international viewers, but we'd love to hear from you on Instagram at PoloLineOK, on Facebook, PoloLineInt, and of course on Twitter at PoloLine. So the two teams just starting to organise themselves to get this match underway. So they're just deciding on which way it looks like they're going to be going, but from here it looks like the general consensus now is that the UAE are going to be going from left to right, I think. Heading towards Abu Dhabi here on field number 2 at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. A little bit breezy again here this afternoon. Nice sea breeze taking the edge off that heat. It looks like we're back to where we were. The white shirts of the UAE heading from right to left. Back towards Dubai, and Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club towards Abu Dhabi, right, left to right. And at the back of the line area, it is getting away with it here. Is Kakuraja away there from the wrong reach of Beresford. Comes off the pony. Ball Line dead, and there it is. We have Hasselgrotto coming away with it here now, but in hot pursuit is Kian. Kian getting contention, goes onto his near side, but he's got Kaku to get past. Kaku comes in with the open backhand out there towards the side, trying to get it up there for Llorente, but it's taken away by Beresford. Beresford makes a quick turn, looks up towards the goal, dummies the big shot, keeps going forward here now, just has to check up, loses a bit of momentum going forward onto this one here, looking to get up past Kian, does so on the near side, goes to reverse next shot in towards the goal, but he's just pushed that one a little bit far and a bit wide of the goal it is. Now coming up onto it, it is Kakuraja, opting to go the opposite way around the field here on this occasion, making a little bit more room and space for himself here. He drives this one out hard and long out there, trying to get that one up for Nasser Al-Shamsi. Nasser and Shaker Mather going back at pace here now. Mather pushing him a little bit wide on that one there, but the next coming onto is Kian. Kian's ridden off out of it. Nasser Al-Shamsi tries to flick that one in, and it looks like that one's just trickled wide. Otherwise, I was sort of expecting Beresford to reach out with that long arm and just stop it, but there's no need for him to do so as the ball just trickles wide to the left-hand side. Good run there for Ghantoot. But the ball's now on the back line here for Hasselgrotto and the UAE to bring back into play once again. Comes under the neck with this one here, setting Beresford towards us here on the commentary side. In front of the Sheikhs, he'll come, goes with a one-time play, drills that one up the field, trying to get that one up for Shaker Mather, but first back onto this is Nasser Shamsi looking over his shoulder. Nasser checks up on the play, opts to take this around the corner in front of Mather. Mather's on the right-hand side, turned across him, but it's going to be Pablo, comes into it here. Pablo. Check, no, it's Kian rather. No, it is Pablo, sorry. Gets told to use it, goes under the neck, feeds it up here now for Kaku, but it's just flicked away from Kaku there by Beresford. In comes Keane, plays the open backhand, taking it away there from Nasser, landing it nicely there for Beresford. Beresford turns, faces goal, tries to let this one least untoward the goal, but unfortunately not enough on it. Nobody home to try and finish that one off, but as Kaku Raja makes a turning play, back up the field and on attack once more. Brings it out towards us here on the commentary side. Goes with the big shot this time, tries to get a good long shot underneath the net, but first coming up onto that one there will be Nasser. Pushes his way through, does so, picks it up here now as Pablo gets it hooked off out of it, left in turn for Kaku Iraja. Iraja drills that one forward, but it looks like that's going to drift off wide to the left-hand side and out over the back line. So two good attacking runs there by Ghantoot so far. But to nil as the ball once again is on the back line, and Hasselgrotto to bring it into play while Shaker Mather and Beresford change. Hassel looks to come and neck with this one here. No, he goes straight, the big long shot out the front door there for Mather, and Nasser Al-Shamsi comes in. Nasser picks it up here now. Nasser makes the turn in front of Lucina. We get a whistle on the play. We can just see here on the replay, Nasser slips in behind Mather and then makes the right-hand turn in front of Lukin, and the umpire's deciding that a little bit too close, and this will get moved up here now for a penalty in favour of UAE from the 60-yard line. Tommy Beresford's preferred spot from the 60. As the play was going basically towards the boards, move to a 40, it'll be taken to a 60-yard penalty, a penalty 4. Bit of a stiff breeze, he might just have to take this into consideration coming across the field. Pony just slowing on that one a little bit. He gets hold of it nicely, he gets hold of it well. Has it gone straight enough? No, it looks like it's gone wide. Curled out to the left-hand side. So the score remains here in chukka number 1, 0-0. Raja. Kaku brings it in from his own back line. Lukin looking to force him to make the play. Does so. Under the neck he goes this one out there for Pablo. On Astro Boy. Out towards the side. Hassel there with him, hassling, working hard, turns inside him. In comes Oh, he goes by himself. It looked like Kaku was looking for something out of that one there to come in behind, then cuts up for the run up the middle of the field. Will he get to that one first? But it looks like Beresford just being caught, kept off out of that one there by Kian. Looking for the play was Kaku, and we get a whistle on that one there. Let's see if we can see from behind where Lukeen was on that one. You see the ball comes up here now. And he's on there, and it looks like Lukeen wasn't quite on the same side or directly behind when he made the hook, and therefore we have a penalty in favour of Ghantoot from the 40-yard line. A penalty 3 for Kaku Raja. Kaku circling around here now. Goes the driving shot, sends it on in towards the goal. The flags are aloft, well aloft in time, and there it is. The opening score here of this match is 1 goal in favour of Ghantoot. You can see on the replay here for our Polo Live viewers. Very adept penalty taker indeed is Kaku Raja. So 2 teams line up once more. Umpire right to bowl this ball into play. Bowls it in the middle line. There it is. Who's coming off with this one here, trying to work it his way forward with that one there is Gerente, but he's being pushed and shoved there by Lukeen, which leaves off and leaves it now for Kaku. Kaku tries to get on the move here. Kaku unable to go anywhere, has to turn away there from Beresford, see if he can get away with it. Beresford comes in on that near side, reached that a long way and just steals that one away from him here. He just allows these other 2 players just to come in behind him as Pablo is trying to get into it. Here's the call for Hassel coming up the field here now. Hassel comes onto this here now. Hassel at pace straightens himself up, and there it is. Goal number 2 on the ball, second goal of the game, and it's even 1 goal apiece. Nice driving shot there by Beresford. Pablo looking for something, but he's coming far from the right to the left, and the stick side player minimal angle was that of Hassel Crotto. And we get a long hard blow on the whistle from umpire right with 2:05 left on the clock here. So the ball back into play once again, back to the line out. Beresford looking for this one here, tries to get the open backhand, couldn't get that. Lukeen picks it up on the near side. Pony nudges that one forward, giving him another bite of the cherry, and he sends it in here this time, but not quite as far as Beresford. Oh, the long reach of Beresford gets back. He gets hooked off out of it there by Kaku, and the backhand comes in by Kian. Looking to set up Gerente. Gerente goes up onto this one here now. Gerente, a little Astro boy run, looking for a little bit more because he knows he's got Lukeen coming back down towards him here now, and it is Gerente tapping it. Nice shot there by Gerente, putting it away, taking the score now. 2 goals it is to Ghantoot, 1 goal to the UAE. Good open running play there for Gerente. Slipping his man, quick turn of play. It's where the backhands work. Opens the game up. So Peter Wright lines these 2 teams up once more. Gerente gets back to the middle of the field. Ball into play. Working, looking for it here now is Gerente again. Mather comes in for the attack, but Gerente, he offs that one out the front door here, looking for Nasser. Nasser and Hassel going back, cancelling each other out, but it looks like Hassel's come away with this one here now. Hassel, backhand, comes in there by Kian. It looks like it was directly across the front and the other side of Beresford. So we get a pretty strong blow on the whistle there, and you can see on the replay here, he's coming in, goes with the bump and the shove, pushes him to one side, tries to get onto it here, does Kian, but it's straight across the front there of Beresford's pony, and we get a spot penalty in favour of the UAE. Hassel Crotto taps it. Kian comes in, put the pressure on him. Pony just being a little unkind on Hassel, so he just scoops that one out towards the side in front of us here now for Beresford. Beresford again goes with another big neck shot, tries to plug it out there. Does. Gerente, Lukeen couldn't pick it up. The backhand comes in by Nasser. And it's now left for Kaku. Kaku looking to find a little bit of time. There goes the first tutor. Hassel Crotter coming back to put the pressure on him here now. Checks up. Hassel goes with that simple little backhand. Good play by him. And it's now left for Lukeen gets hooked off out of it, and coming in on the stealing play is Llorente, and he double bangs them both. He turns the play and turns it back round again once more. Up onto this one, trying to get onto it. Shaker Mather. Mather sends that a little bit further up the field towards centre, but it's now backed out of it once again by Kim. Picked up on the near side, or couldn't quite do so, could Lukeen. And it is Llorente had called Kaku off. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is the second hooter, ending chukker number 1 with the score being 2 goals to Ghantoot, 1 goal to the UAE. And the players will quickly leave the field, change ponies, and our viewers on Polo Line. We'll now go to a few adverts and messages from our sponsors. So, thank you very much indeed to Polo Line for that advert. So you can just see down in the UAE camp, Lucas talking to Lukeen, giving a little bit of instruction there. Once more, the coach there for the UAE team. Ghantoot look like we're just waiting here now for Nasser. The other 3 players of Ghantoot are ready and waiting. We'll be starting off with a roll-in from the inside out on umpire right. Lukeen and Tommy coming onto the field here now. The chuck number 2 underway. The score being 2 goals. It is to Ghantoot, the 1 to the UAE. Nasser Shamsi, of course, was substituted by Yusuf bin Dismal, having damaged his hand. He seems to be back in the throes of things now. There it is, the ball back into play, off the front of the line it is. Looking for that one there. Hassel comes in, plays the open backhand, sending it up the field here now for Lukeen. Lukeen picks it up on the near side. Llorente going back hard with him on this one here now. He's looking to keep this one straight. Underneath the neck he goes. Couldn't quite execute that one, but coming off onto it is going to be Araja. Araja takes it under his neck here with Beresford, and hop and shoot goes to him first. Beresford gets the near side backhand, setting up Lukeen once again. Lukeen takes that one away there from Llorente, goes under the neck with this one, couldn't get it stopped there by Kian Horn. We get a whistle on the play. You can see on the replay here, he had been crossed in front of before. So we will have a penalty here now in favour of the UAE. So they played the crossing foul. Beresford to walk up to this one here now, looking to level the scores. Beresford comes up to this one, and it looks like that's looking good from here, so it is 2 apiece here in chukker number 2. So the 2 teams back to the middle of the field, over to the stable side for umpire right to bowl the ball in. So to get chucker number 2 back underway again, the ball's into play, skews off out the line out, and it's Lukeen comes away with it here now. Lukeen comes away there from Beresford. Pablo got blocked a little bit there by Beresford. It's a hassle to pick it up here now and tidy things up once again, couldn't get onto it. Tries to get the backhand in there, does Llorente, gets double banged by Lukeen, comes away with it here now and just passes this one up. Is it going to get up there for Mather? Can she pick this one up on the near side? But it's just taken away from there by Kaku Raja. Raja checks up, comes back inside. Araja straightens himself up this time, looking for a little bit of space. Comes the other side here now of Lukeen. Lukeen just going to have to yield off him there. Comes away up the boards, checks up once more. Goes for the driving shot this time. Sends it out the front door here now. Will it get as far as Nasser? Picks it up, does so. Nasser up onto his stick side, gets a good driving shot up the field. But the first onto this one here looks like it's going to be Crotto on that near side. Good backhand by him. Safe, solid as houses, but goes into the boards. And it is going to be Beresford. Beresford yields off, leaves it now for Lukeen. Keane's just going to have to pull away out of that one here now. Sends it up the middle of the field it comes. Under the neck, reverse neck shot there by Beresford, trying to help it along its way. But the backhand comes in, setting up Araja up on the move here now. Araja with Lukeen. Araja gets the little pony running here now. He's wanting one under the neck here to finish that one off. It's looking good, but as he pushed it a bit too far, let's see what happens with the goal judge. Yes, he just snuck it inside that left-hand goalpost. Only by a whisker, mind you. It looked like it could have been drifting wide, but he just got that one right. Goes under the neck with it and just tickles inside that left-hand goalpost. And of course, that's exactly where he meant it to be. So 2 teams line up once more. Whistle blown, looking for a little bit of a vague resemblance of a gap and a bit of order. Thank you very much, says umpire right. And it comes in. Kaku comes away with it. Avoids the hook from Beresford. Sends the backhand up there, trying to get up to Llorente. He's taken off out of it there. Tries to pick it up now. Does Jacinto, but it's left for Beresford. Beresford drives this one up the field here now. Cuts it out of the play. There does Nasser on his near side. Nasser al-Shamsi goes under the neck. Now gets called off it. Leaves it for Kaku. Kaku there with Lukeen. And Beresford comes away the other side. Comes back inside Beresford. Trying to get him to overshoot it. Does so. Kaku Raja on the move here now. Araja trying to get in towards the centre of the field in front of Mather. Mather been looking for something there, but nothing was coming of it. Umpire's whistle surprisingly silent, and the backhand comes in by Hassel. Crotto backhand, who's first onto it? Lukeen comes in to try and spoil the backhand, but he doesn't quite get that one. The backhand is sent off down the field, and trying to come onto this one here now is Keane, but Beresford beats him with the backhand back in towards the middle of the field. Hassel couldn't pick up the bouncing ball, but it's going to be Nasser al-Shamsi makes the turning play. Nasser running forward with it, but in comes Lukeen to put the pressure on him. He keeps the short play once again to try to avoid the hook. He's gone a little bit wide. Has he got the next shot in him? Unfortunately, he doesn't on this occasion. It's going to be Lukeen. Settles things down, turning around in front of his own back line. Sends the play, gets hooked off out of it, leaves it now for Beresford. Beresford gives this ball a ride up to about the halfway line, looking for Mather. Mather on the near side, picks it up. Backhand comes in by Llorente, helped a little bit further by Hall, but it's stopped by a pony. We're looking for a change of line. And no, Hassel didn't read that one well enough. And we have a whistle on the play. So Mather comes up on that one, a little bit of a backhand, sent a bit further there by Kian. And then the ball's still stationary. We're not across the field. Hassel thought it had changed the line and across the field, but not to be. And it looks like we've got a free change as the ball's dropped down here now with some 3 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. 3 goals it is to Ghantoot, 2 to the UAE. And we're starting things off here now with a spot hit in favour of Ghantoot. And we have, I can see Kaku out there on his sterling grey. Sosenda, I think it is called, and he just tees that ball up. Whilst we wait now, Nasser's back on the field also on another grey. So just waiting for Sheikha Mather to join her team. And we'll get this chucker back underway once more. strong breeze across the field. What will he do with it? He gives this ball a ride. It's going ahead, high down the field, trying to get that one up there for Nasser for Kian. Kian goes to the backhand, but it looks like that one's bounced off a pony and out over the back line it goes. Gone a little bit wide to the right. Kian just trying to get that very cute backhand round the tail, almost forwards. And off the pony it comes, and out over the back line it is. For Hassel Crotter and the UAE to bring back into play. Hassel. Oh, dummy's the big one. Waits for Kian there. Pushes this one out towards the side for Beresford. Coming with him there is Gerente. Gives that ball a ride, a beautiful neck shot there. You could see him leaning into it with his shoulder, unleashing Lukeen. Lukeen and Kaku going. Lukeen and Kaku comes up on that near side. Lukeen checks up, leaves it for Mather. Mather looking to finish this one off here. Comes under the belly there, does Hassel, and it looks like it's going goalward bound, but it looks like it's gone a little bit wide and gets a shot off there, does Lukeen. And it's through the goals. Maybe we have a whistle. Let's see what the decision is. Nope, no whistle's been given on that there. Kaku certainly thought he had a little bit of something going on there down that bottom end. But evidently the line of the ball must have been going at the angle away from goal rather than directly towards the back line. And the score is 3 goals apiece here towards the end of chucker number 2 as the ball's back into play once more. Off the line out it comes. Araja comes away with it. Araja turns back facing forward once more. Beresford just going to have to yield off that one. No opts to go the other way, as you said. Beresford just been held off out of that one there. It is Araja. Araja drives this ball up the field here, up the front door, looking there for Nasser Al-Shamsi. Mather going back with him. Nasser and Mather going back onto it. The ball tickling in towards the goal now, but it looks like it's been saved literally from the back line there by Lukeen. He couldn't get back onto his own play, but it's now backed in there again by Kian, and we get out over the back line it goes. So we have Lukeen, looks like he's just going to disappear off and try and change pony. A ball's placed on the back line for the UAEs. Hassel Crotter to bring into play. No, maybe it was the manager just looking for, and it is back on the field is Lukeen as Hassel goes this one up the field here now for Lukeen. Loses a little bit of momentum, comes onto the stick side of this one here. Goes in with the backhand, does Kaku. It's only as far as Beresford. Beresford makes a turning play, turns this one back up forward towards the attacking goal and sends this one out to the far side of the field looking for Hassel Crotter. Hassel up onto the ball here now, but going over there, covering the ground well is Araja, but with momentum, Hassel Crotter goes up past him, checks up on this one here as Lukeen starts to make the play on the ball. The first 2 to go, the backhand comes in, it comes off Beresford, and it's left there for Lukeen, and we get a whistle on the play. So you can see here on the replay, the backhand comes in and wallops Tommy Beresford. It looked like they were going to continue to play, but nothing was coming from it. And they blow a whistle. It looks like he's smarting a bit there. It looks pretty darn sore. And that there will end chucker number 2, with the score being 3 goals apiece it is. And we'll now go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
To Malaysia. Whether it's your first time here or on a returning flight, we at BP are committed to creating a pleasant experience for you through our new COVID-19 screening process here in KLIA. As soon as you arrive, please proceed towards the BP Health Screening Lounge.
While you proceed to walk past a thermal scanner which scans all arriving passengers. Our COVID-19 swab test online from your home country, please proceed to the self-registration kiosk to process your e-vouchers. If you have not yet purchased the swab test, do not worry, as our friendly BP registration staff will assist you with the process.
After registering, take a seat and relax at a world-class design lounge while you wait for your COVID-19 swab test.
Our dedicated team of healthcare professionals will be there to support you through the entire process. Our screening facility is also equipped with a state-of-the-art on-site COVID-19 lab to ensure a quick turnaround time and the release of the test result.
And that's it!
Here at BP, we hope that you have a pleasant experience with us throughout this process. Till we meet again next time, from everyone here at BP. Take care and stay safe.
So welcome back to our Polo Line viewers and all of those here at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club for our first match this afternoon here at Ghantoot. Our third day of play of His Highness, the President of the UAE Polo Cup 2022. And I think we'll be starting off possibly with a drop ball as we enter the chukker with a bit of an injury there to Tommy Beresford. Hope he's okay. Possibly a bit of ice, a bit of magic spray in between chukkers. Looks like nobody was in particularly in control of the play at the time, so we'll be starting off with a roll in from the inside out on umpire Tarquin Southwell. Diggs just waiting for a little bit of order there and get the two teams lined up properly to get this ball into play. Diggs bowls it in front of the line, out it comes. Look, if that one's Nasser, the backhand comes in, trying to get onto that one there. It's Kian to get a backhand and to get it out there for Llorente. Llorente and Beresford break from the pack here now. Checks up, comes back inside, turns away there from Crotto. In behind is Araja. Araja being crashed into a little bit there by Lucchini. Comes in, picks his pocket and takes this one away. Does Lucchini, sends that forward. It comes off a pony a little bit there, but it's going to be Crotto clearing underneath the neck. He goes with that one there, and it's just gone wide. Good work by Lucchini, stealing that ball and setting up for Crotto, but unfortunately unable to capitalise on the opportunity there. And wide it goes. So the ball's on the back line for Kaku Raja. Kaku taps it up forward here now. Kaku, open shoulder, drives this one up forward for Llorente. First time play, sends this forward, looking there for Nasser, but Nasser's not there. It's Mather. Mather goes to the backhand, but it's picked up well there, and Mather gets a little bit of interception onto that one there as it sends out towards the board, setting it up here now for Tommy Beresford. Tommy goes to the big driving shot on for instruction to use it there, sends it up forward here now for Lucchini, Monteverde. Lucchini gets the slip and the break, he loses momentum, plucks it out the air. Why? Because he can. Lucchini comes forward once again, gets hooked off out of it. The backhand comes in by Kian, saving the day there for Ghantoot once more. And to pick this one up is going to be Llorente. Llorente in front of Hassel there, checks up on the play. Hassel coming round, keeps the man in the pocket, puts him into his near side, sends a little flick backhand there for Kian. Nice work between these two here now. Kian goes for the big shot and sends this one up the front door because he knows he's got Araja up there. No, it isn't Araja. Similar helmet, could have been, might not have been, and it is there for Nasser Al-Shamsi. Sends this one goalward bound. Mather comes in to clear this one away, and it looks like this has been picked up and flicked back in towards the goal, and wide it is. We get a whistle on the play. They might want to have a little bit of a look at this one here now, and let's see what we can see on the replay. Mather comes in, clears that one, comes in onto it, and it looks like that got picked up. And Kian reckoned he got a little bit of interference or a bit of something going on, or did it come off a defending player? But so far the ball's been left on the back line. And I think it did actually come off Kian's stick. And just for clarity, we're going to the third man on this one here now to see whose mallet that actually came off last. The difference being a hit in for UAE or a penalty 6, and it looks like we have a corner in favour of Ghantoot. So we have a corner, a penalty 6 in favour of Ghantoot, looking to get themselves back out into the lead again. Kaku Raja. As I said, a very good penalty taker indeed. A super horseman. As he comes up onto the play here now. Kaku drives, shoots, it's high, it's loft. Is it straight enough? Let us see. The flagman's thinking it's gone wide, and he's just pushed that one to the right-hand side. So the ball will be placed on the back line for Hassel Grotto in the UAE to bring back into play. The score remaining the same, 3 goals apiece. Hassel taps it up here now. Grotto comes under the neck, out there for Beresford. On the little white-faced dark brown pony here, goes with a one-time shot, straightens it up, not messing, not trying to tickle around with this ball, wants to get on and play near side. Mather couldn't pick that up as she gets hooked off out of it, and it's going to be the backhand by Marcos Araja for Pablo to swoop onto here now. Pablo there with Tommy. White just had to clear. Gets told to use it there. Do the blacks, and goes up onto that one there, gets it stolen beautifully there by Lukeen, sneaks in whilst they weren't looking. Can he keep this move for him? Oh, when he keeps this going, how does he do that? But in time, he gets deceived by the ball, and it's going to be Pablo to take it away, and Mather comes up onto this one here now, and we get a whistle on the play. And it looks like we have a penalty to Ghantoot. Being dropped down here now for a penalty 3. A 40-yard penalty in favour of Ghantoot. Just a little bit of confusion as to where the line was at that point in time, or if there was enough space and time to come in. I think Kieran's getting a little bit of a chat too. As the ball's teed up by Kaku Raja. Pony has been got onto by Hassel Grotto. Tommy's been playing her earlier on. Pony on the wrong leg, but Araja comes up to it. Pony balks and jinks, and it just goes wide to the right and to the right. An opportunity got a begging there for Ghantoot. A sigh of relief for the UAE. They'll be saying justice calls, but it isn't, and the ball is on the back line here now for Hassel Grotto to bring it into play. Hassel on the little Vera. Hassel keeps his ball moving forward here now. There with Kian. Comes one way, comes the other way. Got a handy little pony here. He's just seeing where Beresford's going. Just has to tickle this ball, keep it moving forward. Needs to get on and do something with it here before he's told to use it. Does, sends it out to the far side there for Beresford. Beresford and Kaku going together on that one there. We got a mallet head gone, and the ball's gone as well. Out towards the side, turns his mallet round there. Does Beresford, giving himself half a chance just to turn it. Looking for one of his teammates coming behind. We get a whistle on the play. See on the replay, Beresford comes up into it, and in comes Grotto, and he just gets pushed into his own man there a little bit. Now let's see if that's what the umpires are deciding, and the penalty is in favour of the UAE, being teed up there by Hassel Grotto. Hassel taps it forward. Beresford has gone for a new mallet, so he'll be right up that end. Barrett goes with a shot there. Does Hassel, sends it in towards the middle of the field. Coming round onto it is Lukeen at pace, but first onto this one. Here's going to be Nash. Backhand comes in towards the middle of the field. Helped along on its way by Kian up there for Pablo. Couldn't pick it up on the near side. Beresford yields off, leaves it for Grotto. Backhand comes in. Here's the call from Lukeen out towards the side it is, but going back with him there is Araja. Araja onto that line first, sends the open backhand down the boards, but Beresford looks to try and pick this one up. Dummies the backhand, comes forward with it, but did he miss the backhand? He tried to take it forward, and as he did, he's right in front of the Ghantoot player. Let's see where we're going here now. Backhand comes in by Araja, and yep, he missed the backhand or dummied it, and then went to try and take it round, but he's directly in front of Nasser Al-Shamsi. So we have a penalty 3 in favour of Ghantoot. Another opportunity here now for Kaku Raja. See if he can get the pony onto the correct leg this time, and players called. Coming up to it from a distance here, comes on. Pony jinks and gets onto that last minute. It's cleared away there by Grotto and out over the back line, so we'll have another corner. The ball is dropped down there by Peter Wright for Kaku Raja. From the 60-yard line here now, where the ball went out of play over the back line. didn't really get hold of that one very cleanly at all in the 40. This time, pony on the correct leg. Wanting to make sure of this one here. 3 goals all it is here in chukker number 3. No score so far in this chukker. It's 3:14 on the clock. Pony well balanced, well composed, drives this one nicely. It's high, but it looks like it's gone left, and to the left it is. Out over the back line. So once more, the Hasselcroft will bring it in for the UAE. Hassel taps this one forward here now. Hasselcroft under the neck he comes with that one. They're out there towards Beresford. This is the tried and tested method, and it seems to be working pretty well so far. And it is Beresford onto this one now. There with Kaku. He leans into that one and sends that one up there for Hassel. Doesn't quite get to him. Has to turn and come back in onto this one here now. But it's going to be Araja. Flicks that one into the pony, and the pony kicks that one away. And it's going to be Lukeen on this here now, and he couldn't get hold of that one either. They're making a bit of a haulix out of this here this afternoon, and in comes Beresford to say this is how you hit a ball, and does, but he's pushed it wide out towards the right hand side. Scurrying back is Crotto. Can he keep it in play? No, it beats him out over the back line. It's not exactly that smooth and flowing. And the ball once more on a back line. We've had quite a lot of behinds here this afternoon in this match as Kaku Raja brings that forward, gives that ball a good ride up the field it is, but Kian's kept off out of it there by Beresford, closing that back door this time. Near side play, flicks that one back down the boards, and as he does, it hops out over the boards. So the ball will be dropped here now for a free hit in favour of Ghantoot. Brings it in here now, does Araja. Drives this one up in towards the middle of the field, takes up there as far as Llorente. Llorente looks up towards the goal and drills this one goalward bound and in through the goals. It looks, oh, it's gone wide. Wide it is. So another behind. This time for Hassel to bring in once more for the UAE. UAE tap this one forward. Comes under the neck here this time. Gives that ball a beautiful strike indeed and sends it up for Beresford. Beresford couldn't pick up the bouncer, but it is going to be Hassel to come onto this one with Kian Hall there with him as well. Goes to the driving shot, sends this one up the front door here now, trying to look there for Mather, but first onto this one here. Looks like it is going to be Araja. Araja takes this one deeper down into his own territory, not taking too sharp an angle, so he won't attract the attention of the umpires. Flicks that one away there from, oh, flicks that one away there. Mather has been just given a nudge and tumbled off the saddle. Quickly back onto her feet again. Good stuff there. You saw Raja played the backhand, and as they did, I think players were still coming forward, and the ambulance in there to have a little check to make sure she's all right. Hassel's off checking, see if Mather is okay. But it looks like she's mounting back up again once more. Mather back up in the plate again. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together again for Shaker Mather. Back into the saddle. Tough girl, well done. Just waiting for Hassel to get mounted back on again. Or maybe he's actually going to take this opportunity to quickly change ponies. Ball here is now being moved up, it looks like, to the halfway line for a penalty fight being in favour of Ghantoot. Being teed up there by Kaku Raja. Pony a little pat, saying sorry I shouldn't have put you in there, but it's all okay. So players called. Kian going up forward, looking to see if he can have a little a chat with Beresford and stop him from blocking that back door, pushing him wide, pushing him the other way. Now it's Beresford, but it's going to be Kaku Raja looking to get this ball in one. Goes to the driving shot, gets hold of it, sounded a little bit dead with the shot, and it's gone a little bit wide out towards the right, and it'll be shadowed out over the back line there by Beresford. So the UAE retaining possession here now. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the first two to go, so that there will end Chaka number 3, with the score being 3 goals apiece. And now we'll go into a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
when the season is quite long as this one. But the main thing is to have a good group of people working behind and also working a lot for us. That we are very close friends, and I think the day is we enjoyed it a lot, and it's not so much. I don't would say that we suffer, but no, we get bored or always the same. And I think that with this group, we can be concentrated the whole season. And the better part that we have lots of fun together. No, coming here to Ghantoot is always nice. The fields are very good. Comparing to 6 years ago, I think when I first came, the tournament used to be played in January, so maybe the fields they were very good, but not as good as they are today. I think they are amazing. These fields, with all the rest and the heat, and now the days are getting longer and all that thing, and obviously with the work of the whole Ghantoot group, the fields are in perfect condition.
Tries to get this one up out the front door, but it's only as far as Jauretche looks at the bouncing ball, gets it in towards the middle of the field. Who's going to surface first? And it's going to be that man, Bautista. Bautista Bejaga and goal bound here now, goes for a shot from about 50 yards out and straight through the goals it is for Bautista. Mather gets up onto it once more, up past Alfreda Capella. She goes under the neck, a good centering shot there by Mather, but it doesn't look like Lukin's going to be able to get to it, and underneath the neck, swooping it away there does Alfreda Capella, but first onto it is Lukin, sends the backhand in towards the danger zone it is, and through the goals it is for Lukin Monteverde. Onto it, leaves it now for Pinello. Pinello, here's the call. Pinello drills that one up the front here, and it is Okies. I think he's on Belala, sends this one forward here. A nice approach shot. He's a little bit wide to the right, but he's got pressure on him, and he's just going to tap this one away, and tap it he does. And through the goals it is for goal number 8 on the board there for Bindrai. So welcome back to all our Polo Line viewers and all of those here at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club watching the second game of the day of His Highness the President's Cup. We have a few stats so far at the half-time point between Ghantoot and the UAE. Field goals, 2 apiece. Throw-ins being 6-1 by Ghantoot, only the 3 by the UAE. Fouls committed, pretty even Stevens, 4 and 5. Penalties, 1 from 3 only for Ghantoot and 1 from 2 for the UAE. Safety penalties, 2 attempts there by Ghantoot, but unfortunately, no goals scored from them. As the 2 teams start to mount themselves back up again, leave their camps and come back out on the field to start the second half of this match. In the meantime, I'd just like to say a big thank you for the shout out there from James Fielding in Portugal. Does he do any work? I wonder sometimes. I'd also like to say thank you very much indeed to Rapi Ahmed from Brunei. Great to hear from you two. Very keen supporter of the polo here in the UAE from Brunei. I mean Hussein, how are you, sir? Nice job. Thank you very much indeed. UAE playing very well indeed, he says. And Fielding saying go UAE, go UAE. And I'd just like to take this point in time here from all of us here at Polo Line and everyone in the UAE. We wish the best for Conchita Zavaleta and Diego Araja in their recoveries. Conchita unfortunately having a nasty fall there in Florida the other day. We wish them both a very speedy recovery. So it still looks like nobody's mounting up quite yet. There's a little bit more movement in the Ghantoot camp. And we can see here now the progression of the game so far. At the end of chukka number 1, it was Ghantoot 2, UAE 1. 3 apiece at the end of chukka number 2, and still 3 apiece at the end of chukka number 3. So nobody really being able to stamp their authority on this here now, and I believe we're having a substitution. Nasser Al-Shamsi's hand evidently still isn't feeling good, I believe, but we'll find out in a moment that we might have Yusuf bin Dismal coming back on to play the last 2 chukkers here. And in fact, yes, I can see him mounting up down that bottom end. So they're all mounting up, and hopefully Sheikha Maitha is okay after her little spill and is able to continue here in this match. As we have Kaku Raja back out on the field. Kian's mounted up again, Pablo's just mounting up too. So Ghantoot is mounted up and just waiting for the UAE team to get themselves mounted up once more. They can have a little bit longer because they are at their end of the field, and the ball will be brought in with a hit out from the back line. And you saw in the adverts and messages earlier on and the rushes from Polo Line some of the great play that we've had here in our previous days with these floodlit fields here at Ghantoot. One of the 2 or 3 places in the world with this luxury. But fortunately, the weather has cooled down. It was a little bit warmer at the beginning of the week, but now things have cooled a little bit, making it much easier on the horses and the players. So we have Ghantoot back out in the field. Tommy's mounted up again. Maitha is back on board, which is great to see. Lukine's on, as is Hassan. We're looking to get the second half of this match underway. 3 goals apiece it is, with it all to do here in the second half to see who's going to win here in our second match of the day. So just waiting here now. Here we have Tommy back out in the field. Looks like Yusuf was changing ponies at the far end. And the ball's waiting on the back line here now for the UAE's Hassel Krottel to get this underway once more. Hassel taps it forward. Kian goes to him. Goes with this one here now, but out towards the pony line side. Sends this one up the middle of the field. But first onto this one here is going to be Jointe. Makes the backhand. Lukine comes in, tries to chop that one out, but Beresford picks it up on the near side. Beresford met there by Kian. Looks up to see where his teammates are. Dummies a big shot, dribbles his ball one more time forward, goes with it this time, pushes that one out wide to the right hand side. Who's going to be first onto this one here? It looks like it's going to be Hassel, but met there by Araja. Coming from the opposite direction. Was it 2 against 1? What will the umpires decide on this one here? You can see the ball's been sent up there by Beresford, swooping down onto this one here now. More players coming up onto it, and it looks like we're ending up with a 2-on-1 situation. Kaku trying to go against the flow of play, and it is going to be a penalty 2, a 30-yard penalty now in favour of the UAE for Tommy Beresford. Looking to get themselves out into the lead here. Beresford walks up to this one. Takes a swing, takes a hit, and through the goals it goes. A little bit towards the left, but it goes through the goals, and that's all that matter. The points go on the board. 4 goals it is to the UAE, 3 goals to Ghantoot, as the 2 teams make their way over to in front of us here on the commentary stand for Tarquin Southall to bowl this ball into play. And a good look at all the players out there in front of us here now. I said Yusuf substituting there, and you just get a whistle on the play. Lukine was just not sure if his pony was all right or not, or see if there was something wrong. looks like we're going to line it up now and get this underway once more. There it is, the ball's into play, back of the line out, this one comes. Kaku couldn't pick that one up. The backhand comes in there from Kian, but it's only as far as Lukeen comes off the pony there. Oh, Llorente, first onto it, it's going to be Lukeen. Lukeen up onto the play, Lukeen gets up past Kaku Raja on that one there, couldn't take the ball any further, but he's fortunate enough to have Hassel in behind. Hassel steadies himself and sends this one up forward once to Lukeen once more, but he tries to come on the near side. The backhand comes in by Kian, tries to help it along its way. There's a Raja in front of Beresford. We get a whistle on the play. You can see on the replay coming up through here now, Hassel sends it forward. Good play by him. Kian gets onto it, sends the backhand in, and Kaku comes across the front there of Beresford, and we have another penalty too. A 30-yard penalty in favour of the UAE, to be taken by Tommy Beresford. Beresford looking to get himself to be 2 goals out in the lead here now. Going round up onto the play. Beresford comes in, he drives this one and sends this one through the goals, or has it gone wide? It's through the goals, it is, for Tommy Beresford and the UAE. Taking the score now, 5 goals is the UAE, 3 to Ghantoot. Ball back in play there by Teagues, front of the line out, looking for that one there is Llorente. Llorente being worked on, and it comes, Hassel comes in, spoiling, and in comes Lukeen, picks that one away here now. Hassel comes away with it, comes off the pony. Kian gets away with it out towards the sideline here now. Kian Hall up on the move. Kian Hall keeps this one short, checks up, looks to come inside of Beresford, flicks it up here now this time. Does he show too much of it? No, he ends up riding the man off, tries to play the backhand out on the ball. Lukeen couldn't get hold of that one there. They're all getting stacked up in the traffic here. Hassel Crotto bursts away through the pack here now with this one. It's Hassel Crotto coming with Yusuf bin Dismal to put the pressure on him. Lukeen's going up the middle of the field, and the Raja's going there with him too. He centres that one up for the approach shot there, and it is going to be Lukeen on the near side. Lukeen, and oh, it goes wide. Good effort there by the UAE. Starting to open this game up a little bit more, but Raja put good pressure on Lukeen. And the ball's on the back line for Kaku Raja to bring back into play once again. Kaku comes forward with it here now. Kaku cuts this one out now for Llorente. Llorente checks up on the play. Kaku comes round the other side of him. He looks forward now, does. Llorente picks it up, keeps that one short, lets the ball settle and drills that one up here, front door there for Yusuf. Yusuf comes up onto this play here now. Yusuf comes there in behind Mather, tries to pick it up on the near side, can't quite do so, but it's going to be Kian to come in on that near side and try and put it in towards the goal, and across the face of goal it goes, and wide it is. Trying to open this up once more, but we have another behind, and the ball's placed on the back line here now. No, it's not. We have a penalty here in the wind. I actually didn't hear the whistle on that one there. And we have a penalty 3 in favour of Ghantoot, looking to close that gap for Kaku Raja. Kaku comes up to it, he tickles this one through along the ground, and there it is, it's undefended, and through the goals it goes, closing the gap now to 5 goals to 4 is the score here in Chukka number 4, and just under 4 minutes left to play. Tiggs, umpire Southall, lines the 2 teams up. Looks to ball that ball into play, does so, comes off a pony, scooches out, and away first to rise from that is Yusuf, but he gets hooked off at it by Hassel. Backhand underneath the belly there for Lukeen, only as far as Araja. Araja brings this one forward, yields off it, leaves it now for Pablo coming through at momentum, and he's over the top of that one there, leave it behind for Hassel Crotto. Hassel turns the pony round up onto this one here nicely now, just checks up, waits a little moment, gets that ball out the front door here now, and it looks like Beresford's going to try and get onto it, does, gets the bump of the ride off, can't get the next play on it, little backhand there by Kaku, and who's onto it, it's going to be Pablo Llorente. Llorente He's got Hassel there with him. Dummies one way, goes the other way. But Hassel sneaks in there and drills that one through the goals. A great opportunistic goal there by Hassel Krotto, giving them a 2-goal margin once more. 6 goals it is now to the UAE. 4 goals to Ghantoot here in Chukka number 4. Players scurrying off from all directions to quickly change ponies down that bottom end. Lukeen, Hassel, and also Kaku Raja. Southall bowls that ball into play. Into play it is, off the back of the line out. Beresford picks it up, straightens himself up, sends this one up forward, comes off a pony. First on alight with this one here now is going to be Llorente. Llorente there with... and we end up having a swap around of the players, and it's now going to be Araja. Hassel thought he was away, but Araja regains possession once more and sends this one up forward, this time for Yusuf there with Lukeen, and Yusuf goes away with this one here towards goal. Yusuf in this mile, Yusuf playing a good one here now. Can he get on the next shot? No, he can't, but it's cleared away by Lukeen Monteverde. And out over the back line it goes. So we'll have another corner. He certainly saved the goal, but in the process of doing so, it went out over his own back line, giving Kaku Raja a penalty 6. An opportunity here now to level up the scores. No, sorry, to go within 1. 6-4's the score. So Kaku Raja. Circling around onto this one here now. Kaku comes up to this, he strikes it, but I think he's sliced across the face of that one there, and out towards the right it goes. So another opportunity gone a begging there for Ghantoot. Hasn't been the best days for penalties from either team so far. As Hassel Krotto and the UAE bring it back into play once more. Hassel goes, sends out there for Lukeen, out towards the pony line side. There with Araja. Araja takes the man, controls the man, keeps possession of the ball, makes a turn. In behind comes Llorente, flicks it forward, keeps it moving forward. This time goes with the long driving shot and sends that one up over the top, looking for Bindismar. It's a little bit towards the left. Can he keep it in play? Obviously he gets back to it, tries to make the backhand, but unfortunately it beats him out over the back line. And once more, Hassel Krotto being pressurised, keeping the ball in this half by Ghantoot. This time looking to clear it away. Sends that one out there this time, swapping it about a bit here now for Beresford. And it's Shaker Mather up onto the play here now. Next to rise onto the ball is going to be Kaku. Kaku near side backhand, high lofted ball, up it comes, waiting there is Kian. He gets half hooked off out of it, and the backhand comes in by Lukeen. Down the boards it goes for Beresford and Araja. Beresford and Araja still. Looks to dribble this one infield a little bit, looks to try and send this one up. He does, he sends this one up towards the middle of the field, a nice approach shot. But to meet this one is going to be Kian and Hassel, the first two to go, and Pablo comes in and clears the way out towards the side here this time. Drives this one up forward, trying to get that up for Kaku. Kaku has to swoop onto this one here now. Kaku Raja, in comes Hassel, backhand comes in by Hassel, got the hook and the backhand. First round up onto this one is going to be Lukeen on his near side. Couldn't quite pick that up clearly, but he picks it up on the bounce and checks up with this ball here now. He's got Pablo Llorente there with him. He pulls it one way, pulls the other way. Show and go, and off he goes here. And there goes the second hooter, and that there will end Chukka number 3, Chukka number 4, with the score being 4 goals to Ghantoot and 6 goals to the UAE. So our players will leave the field. We'll start off with a rolling where the ball was with the second hooter went to start the 5th and final Chukka. In the meantime, we'll go to a few messages, some rushes and some adverts from Polo Line.
vaya que este evento sea maravilloso.
So welcome back to our Polo Line viewers. The two teams make their way out here for the fifth and final chunk of our second match here this afternoon in His Highness the President of the UAE Polo Cup 2022. And for those, just a little bit of an update from Pakistan in the final. It's in the last chukker, 9 goals apiece. So it's all to be played for out there as well. And now it is 10-9 for Antonori's team. So the two teams lining up here now on umpire right to bowl this ball into play. Into play it is. There is Lukeen. Lukeen's got it. Pablo looks to try and steal it. It's underneath the pony. Looking to scoop this one out. Does. He gets away with this one here. Does Pablo, sending Beresford back on that near side play. Beresford comes in, sends the monster backhand clean over the top of all the players. Who's the first to surface on the turn? And it looks like it is going to be Kian, and Lukeen takes the man, keeps it off out of the way for Kaku Raja to drive this one up once again here now for Pablo. Pablo sends it forward for Yusuf bin Dismal. Yusuf coming up here now. Mather's out running him up onto this play first here now for Mather to play the backhand. Plays the backhand to open that one up, but Yusuf manages to intercept and takes this one forward. Yusuf bin Dismal, he's over the top of that one there. It's now left for Kian. Kian looking to work this one all the way, and now it's picked up by Pablo. He keeps it in play, goes round, takes the backhand. The ball's gone through the goals. Do we have a whistle, or are we clean on that one? It looks like we're clean, ladies and gentlemen. The goal is scored by Pablo Llorente, with the score being 5 goals to Ghantoot. It is now 6. You see, he managed from off-field, kept it in play, came back out again, and put the backhand in and put it away. Just making sure that one there was Llorente. 5-6 is the score here with 6:40 on the clock left to play here in the 5th jugger. With umpire Southall to ball this ball back into play. Into play it is. Looking for that one there is Llorente. Plays with the backhand as far as Hassel coming forward with it here. He breaks from the pack. Hassel's away. Can he keep this ball moving forward and get away there from Llorente? He's working hard. He goes onto his near side. He drags that ball forward. Comes on the stick side. Comes off the pony. But it gets flicked on through, and it looks like this one's gone flicked through the goals. Pony just helping that along its way. You can see on the replay here now. He scoops that one on the near side. The pony kicks that one forward. Lukin gets a bit of it, and it looks like that one's just got kicked on through the goal mouth. 7 goals it is now to the UAE. 5 to Ghantoot. Getting that 2-goal margin back again. That little bit of a comfort zone. Just under 6 minutes to play. Ball into play. Back to the line out. It is Hassel. Sends the backhand. Gets stuck in the middle there, and it couldn't get the backhand off. Could Yusuf, but it's left for Araja. Kaku comes away with this one here now. Kaku looks to see what his options are, tries to get that one away up there for Pablo, but first onto it is going to be Hassel. Here's the call, but it's going to be Beresford to come onto it now on the near side. He's got Kaku with him. He takes him onto his stick side, and he just keeps this ball moving beautifully down on this near side. It's Beresford. Beresford flicks it, couldn't quite flick it, but coming up here is Hassel. Can he keep it in play? Goes with the acute neck shot, and it looks like that's ricocheted off, out again. Out of play it is here for Pablo Llorente. There's a plethora of black shirts up there, and Mather's the first one to surface up onto this play here. Yusuf optimistically looking for something, but nothing can be given on that. Couldn't help it on its way, could look in, but Pablo couldn't pick it up. Beresford backhand out there for Hassel. Hassel and Araja. Hassel and Araja. Araja takes the man, keeps control. In behind comes Kian, give him the support, gives him the options. He goes up the boards here now, goes forward. It is Araja trying to work his magic here, comes out in towards the middle of the field, going there with Hassel Grotto. He flicks it back here now for Pablo. Pablo checks up on the play. He's just met by Lukeen. Goes with the shot, sends this one forward, comes off the pony. We get a severe whistle on that one there. We can see on the replay here now, he just flicks it back. There's Kaku, gives it there to Pablo. Pablo comes in, goes with the driving shot and drills that one into the pony. And so we'll have a spot penalty here now in favour of the UAE. Ball being teed up there by Beresford as everybody else seems to be off changing ponies. 5-7 is the score. UAE 2-goal advantage over Ghantoot. 4 minutes and 4 seconds left to play before the first season goes, and Hassel brings it in once more. Comes slightly under the neck here now for Beresford. Beresford and Pablo coming back onto it. Looks like he gets onto that one clean there as Beresford pushes that one in towards the middle of the field. Can he get back onto it? Flicked away from him there by Araja for Pablo. Pablo there with Lukeen. Lukeen working on him, pushing him one way, then goes the other way, comes inside him this time, loses possession of the ball and leaves it now for Kian. In turn, he yields off it and leaves it for Araja. Araja comes in towards the middle of the field. Kian got hold of Lukeen, comes forward with it here now. Hassel looking to try and find out where that ball is and where Kaku Araja is. Kaku comes the other side here now of Beresford. Kaku goes on the run here now just to meet Lukeen, checks up on the play. Keeps it moving forward, comes in behind, but Hassel's there with him as well. Comes in behind Hassel. He's got Pablo behind him, but he goes himself and goes past these two. Avoids the hook. The near side backhand comes in by Hassel, and we get a whistle on the play. Hassel said, why? A stick side play, I would say, on that one there from where I'm standing, but let's see where we have it on the video. Getting very tricky with the ball and having to go to work really hard is Kaku. Kaku comes on there, and as he does, he's just took his momentum, has taken him over the line of the ball. And he's played the ball on that near side. Unfortunately, too much momentum just carrying over the line of the ball, and we will have a penalty here now in favour of Ghantoot. And just through there, in Pakistan, the score is 10-10, 10-all, and they're going into overtime. So a well-contested final there in Pakistan here this afternoon. Of course, coming to you live on Polo Line. So, Llorente to take the penalty here now. Llorente just slaps the face of that one, but it's undefended and through the goals. It doesn't matter as long as he gets the score. That's all he needs. Taking the score now. 6 goals to Ghantoot it is. 7 goals to the UAE. Under 3 minutes left to play. Darkuzalto bowls the ball into play. Yusuf off changing ponies. Lukeen picks this one up here now. Lukeen sends it up there for Mather. Mather comes onto this one first. Avoids the hook there from Llorente. Sends it up. Kaku there with Beresford. He plays that ball underneath the pony there, and it fiddles it up here now. But Lukeen comes in, takes Pablo, and we get a whistle on the play. We can see on the replay here, he manages to get that on the near side. Tickles that one away, does Kaku Araja. And the ride-off isn't clean, not shoulder-to-shoulder, just smothering him and preventing him from coming through. From what I can see from here, so let's see where this is going. Umpire's just discussing it. Looks like they're coming to the third man. Gone to the third man and looking for something on that one there. Or was he checking up off out of the play? And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the decision being made. The ride-off was not shoulder-to-shoulder. Lukeen shaking his head, but clearly he came in a little bit too early on that one there. And the ball's placed down on the halfway line for a penalty 5B, a midfield penalty in favour of Ghantoot, being teed up by Kaku Araja. To 19 seconds before the first two to goes. Araja looking to make something out of this one here. He gives that ball a ride. It gets held up a little bit and it drops down there, looking for that one there. Llorente. Llorente comes in and drives that one into the pony, comes in onto the second play, and through the goal it goes. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're all tied up, even Stevens, 7 goals apiece. Beresford and Hassel thought they were looking for something there. Thought there was something in their right. Was he driving into the pony? But I think it was more a question of Tommy's just caught into a little bit of no man's land. So the ball into play it is. Front of the line out. Lukin comes away here now. Lukin gets hooked off out of it by Pablo. Pablo doesn't manage to get the ball, but it's going to be Lukin going to work here now. Keeps his ball moving forward. He's got Kaku in front of him. He's got Pablo behind. Looks to come in behind between the two, and we get a whistle on that one there. You see Lukin going to work, showing us a little bit of his magic out there now. Comes up forward. Now, did Kaku come across him? Looks like Lukin was thinking of coming right, and Kaku did come across him from right to left a little bit. And the result from the umpires there is a penalty 2 in favour of the UAE. Tommy Beresford for the 30 to get back out in the lead once more. He lofts that mallet a long way with that long arm of his, and through the goal it goes. 8 goals it is to the UAE, 7 goals to Ghantoot, and we still have a minute and a half, I think it is, a minute and 10 I think it is actually about now, until the first 2 to goes. So the ball into play, off the line out. Beresford picks away with it here now, leaves it for Lukin. Lukin comes away, stealing it away there though is Pablo Llorente. Llorente going out to the far side there on Astro Boy, checks up on this one here, goes with the tail backhand, draws the players with him, puts that one open out there for Araja. Araja looking up to see where the goals are, goes with the shot here and sends this one in. It gets cut out by the long reach of Beresford, and under the neck he goes, clearing it away from the danger zone for the UAE. Comes directly in front of us here now, and who's going to be first onto this one? It is going to be Pablo. Pablo makes a turn on the old man himself and comes away with this one here now. Looks, dummies the play, comes inside both those two players there as he knows he's got Araja with him. Comes the other way, leaves the ball now for Araja. Araja looking to make something out of this one here now. He's got Hassel there in front of him, comes in towards the middle of the field. In there behind Hassel Grotto. Can he get up past him? Can he get away? Beresford looking to make a play on him here, does so. Gets the backhand, but not as far as he would like, only as far as Llorente. And Llorente from the standstill takes it. It gets plucked out the air there by Lukin, but through the goals it is. We're back to 8 goals apiece, and there goes the first hooter, ladies and gentlemen. So we still have 30 seconds to play. Tommy's changing, and we've got 30 seconds left to play here, and we could well be going to golden goal here ourselves this afternoon here in this second match of His Highness the President of the UAE Polo Cup 2022. Ball back into play, off comes Kian. Kian comes away with it. Kian on the loose here now. Beresford's coming back onto it though to try and get the backhand. Does so, plays the backhand. Back down the middle of the field here, but only as far as Llorente. And there goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen. That there will end Chukka number 5 with the score being 8 goals apiece it is. So will we be going? Yes, we will be going to golden goal for Chukka number 6 as the two teams leave the field of play to change ponies. Find some fresh legs, or fresher legs, to come back out here for Chukka number 6. In the meantime, I'll call upon our director to give us a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
Malaysia. Whether it's your first time here or on a returning flight, we at BP are committed to creating a pleasant experience for you through our new COVID-19 screening process here in KLIA. As soon as you arrive, please proceed towards the BP Health Screening Lounge.
While you proceed to walk past a thermal scanner which scans all arriving passengers. Test our COVID-19 swab test online from your home country. Please proceed to the self-registration kiosk to process your e-vouchers. If you have not yet purchased the swab test, do not worry, as our friendly BP registration staff will assist you with the process.
After registering, take a seat and relax at a world-class design lounge while you wait for your COVID-19 swab test.
Our dedicated team of healthcare professionals will be there to support you through the entire process. Our screening facility is also equipped with a state-of-the-art on-site COVID-19 lab to ensure a quick turnaround time and the release of the test result.
And that's it!
Here at BP, we hope that you have a pleasant experience with us throughout this process. Till we meet again next time, from everyone here at BP, take care and stay safe.
So welcome back to all our Polo Line viewers and all of those here on the number 2 field at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club for our extra chucker. Chucker number 6, with the ball to be bowled in by umpire right. From the inside out, and the ball's into play off the back of the line. Out it comes. Who's first onto it there? Hassel does, drills it, comes off a pony, picked up and turns away from it. Does. Lukeen turns away once more. Lukeen there with Kian. Keats is moving forward. Lukeen sets to work up over the halfway line. He comes here now. Checks up, comes back inside. He has Hassel coming to give him a helping hand. Ducks it one way, comes the other way. It is Lukeen coming forward. But with all the tippy-tappy business with it, Kian said, thank you very much, I'll take it. And I'll send the backhand down the field. But who's going to rise with this one first? It is Beresford. Beresford looks up towards goal. Goes with dummies the big shot this time. Sends it up forward. A weighted pass up there for Hassel. Hassel and goes with that next shot there with Pablo sending that ball forward, but first back onto it is going to be Araja, clearing away from the teeth of goal, sent further there by Kian, up now for Pablo. Pablo there with Hassel. Players come together there. Pablo takes it forward, Cole to clear it, does White, yields off it, leaves it for Araja. Kaku. Kaku comes away with this here now. Kaku keeps moving forward. He's got Hassel in front, he's got Lukeen, but reckons he can go himself on this one here now, does Araja. Araja up on the move, he's got to straighten this one up, he does, he sends it to the back of the deer, and waiting for that one there is Yusuf, yields off it, Beresford picks it up and cleans this one away here now, but he on the near side, in comes Kian, and we get a whistle on the play. Working hard on it there, and Black coming across on the near side, coming across the face of Beresford. Beresford settles things down with a hit in. Nope, it's not. It's going to be Hassel from the penalty 5. Hassel Grotto Sends this one out here now for Beresford. What's Beresford got here now? Beresford's feeling confident. He goes by himself on this one here now. Kaku trying to come up the middle of the field to gain a little bit of territory. Yusuf just checking up on it. It is Beresford. Beresford up past Kaku. Kaku goes with him. In behind comes Hassel. Turns away from it. Hassel gives him that little bit of protection. Takes a couple of players. Sends this one in. There's Beresford. Beresford ball only as far. There's Pablo. Pablo makes a turn. He leaves it behind. Quickly onto it is Lukeen. And he puts that one through the goal. And that there, ladies and gentlemen, end the match with the winning goal in overtime. For the second time in this tournament in overtime, Lukeen Monteverde. 9 goals to the UAE. 8 goals to Ghantoot. So the two teams just congratulating each other on a great match out here this afternoon for our second game today in His Highness the President's Cup 2022. Wolves by Cafu beating Habtor this morning. UAE now beating Ghantoot. Our next match is between Abu Dhabi and Bin Drai on the Sheikh Sultan bin Zayed field. And we'll be going into floodlights and we'll be coming with you for that at 5:30 local time. So we have a few stats just coming up for you now here of the match. Please, Director. The umpires view the field. We've got a good view there of Tommy Beresford with Her Highness Sheikh Ametha. On this rather breezy afternoon here in Ghantoot. Second game will be protected with the breeze. And now we have a few stats coming up. Thank you very much indeed to Seba there. And we have 5 field goals apiece. 9 to 10 the throw-ins. They certainly levelled themselves out. It was looking very different. Fouls committed, even Stevens. Fortunately, no yellow cards out here this afternoon. Penalties, that does surprise me, but then it was 3 for 5 for Ghantoot. 4 for 5 for UAE Polo. We had 3 safety opportunities for Ghantoot, which unfortunately were unable to capitalise on. And no safety penalty opportunities there for the UAE. Making the difference there. 2 penalties missed and 3 safety penalties missed. Making the difference here with the final score being Ghantoot 8, UAE 9 in overtime. Once again scored by Lukeen Monteverde. And now we'll just go to a few of the best goals here so far of the tournament. That there was Beresford driving that one up in front there for Hassel. Hassel coming in onto it cleanly, dribbles it forward, and Kian thought that he had something on it, but it was just a little bit too little too late, and there it is, through it goes. Coming up here now is Pablo Llorente. Comes away there from Lukeen and managed to flick that one away beautifully. Great goal there by Pablo Llorente. And onto it here now we have Hassel. Hassel coming away there from Pablo, gets onto his near side, Bernie helps out, gives a bit of a flick and a kick, and they all end up in the kerfuffle. I think it was actually finished off there by Kaku. And there we have, coming up onto this one here now. Ball gets driven up the field there towards the goal, and straight through the goal it goes. Another one on the board for Ghantoot. And here we have the last one there, the overtime goal. Pablo just got caught hopping on that one there, and he got his pocket picked beautifully there by Lukeen Monteverde. And we just see there at the end a quick little chat between Lucas giving his words of wisdom to Tommy Beresford. Sure, they'll go through that game and discuss a few things before we go through towards the semi-finals coming up this week. And so from our sponsors and from myself, Adam Snowden, and Pololine.tv, thank you very much indeed, and we look forward to seeing you for our next match, Abu Dhabi versus Bin Drai at 5:30 local time.